Are you struggling to get your audience to watch your YouTube videos to the end? Maybe you're uploading consistently, you're seeing channel growth, you have more people than ever watching your YouTube videos, and your click-through rate is going up, but people aren't watching more than 15 to 20% of your video and you don't know why. Today I'm going to give you my top 3 tips that will have your viewers watching your YouTube videos to the end every time. Let's do it. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor. I am a YouTube marketing strategist and the founder of Create and Elevate, which is a digital marketing agency that helps creators, entrepreneurs, and influencers grow and monetize their YouTube channels online. If that interests you, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a single upload. All right, let's get into the video. So my first tip to getting people to watch your YouTube videos all the way to the end is to have a strong, clear, and concise opening and closing to your video, also known as the intro and outro. Having a really strong intro and outro to your video can help keep your viewers engaged and avoid them either skipping through or clicking off before they even get into the meat and potatoes of what your video is about. My top tips when it comes to having a really clear and strong intro is to keep it really short. You don't want to be droning on and on for the first 3 minutes or the first 7 minutes of your video before you even dive into the meat and potatoes. Try to keep your intro between 30 seconds and a minute long so that you're not kind of droning on and on before actually getting into what the video is about. Another tip for having a really strong intro is to open up with a teaser before you cut to your introduction. This is sort of a really short sentence or two that teases viewers as to what your video is going to be about, or sort of hints to a big thing that you're going to reveal in the video, or maybe opening up with a really controversial statement that has people going like, oh, gasp, why does she think that? I want to watch to the end now. So opening up with a teaser can be a really great way to kind of hook your viewer and reel them in and get them to keep watching your YouTube video. For example, my teaser was all about sort of identifying a core problem that a lot of people who run YouTube channels may run into from time to time, and that's experiencing a really low average view duration. And ideally, you want your audience to be watching about 50%, 40 to 50% of your video on average. And sort of when you see it dip below that, you kind of want to start to brainstorm and think, how can I get this view duration up? Because the more people are watching your videos, the more they're learning from you, the more value they're getting, and the more money you're making at the end of the day. So you really want people to be watching through your YouTube videos as much as possible, and having a really strong opener and hooking them with a teaser is a really great way to rope them in and get them to a point where they're actually getting value out of the video rather than clicking off before they can even learn more about how to solve their problem. Next, when it comes to your introduction, you want to make sure that you're including a few very key components. First off, that you're introducing who you are, what your title is, or what you do, and if you like own a business or something like that, introducing your business and what your business is all about, or introducing sort of like what your channel is all about. So for example, if your channel is about fashion, you could say like, hi, my name is Taylor, I'm a fashion blogger, and this channel is all about offering fashion and styling advice and tips for people who are trying to like up-level their fashion. Something better than that, but you get what I'm trying to say. When it comes to having a really strong outro, first off, you want to thank people for watching your video and ask them to like and subscribe and do all the things because they may have forgotten about that at the beginning of the video. So prompting them to do it at the end of the video is a really great gentle reminder to be like, don't forget, I know you're thinking about it, and I know that you got to the end of this video and you loved it, so you better subscribe. And when it comes to asking people to subscribe, it's kind of like putting out advertisements. Like when I watch a YouTube channel that I enjoy, I don't usually sometimes I subscribe after the first video, but usually they have to ask me like 10 million thousand times before I actually do it. So it's just a really good practice to encourage people to subscribe at the beginning and ending. And even if you find a natural point in the middle of the video to ask your people to subscribe, put it there too. You can never ask people too many, well, I mean, maybe you can, but those are really key places where you can't go wrong. And that makes sense when it comes to asking people to subscribe to your channel. Another vital tip to keep in mind when it comes to creating a killer outro is to think of a really impactful question or topic that you want your viewer to comment about at the end of the video that relates to the topic of the video that you just made. This is really great at encouraging natural engagement on your video because sometimes a lot of people will watch a video and they don't really know what to comment about. So it's really great to give them a prompt or a question to answer to help sort of get their brains running and encourage those maybe more reserved or quiet people to comment down below as well. All right, so you know how to make a really stellar intro and outro. Now we're gonna go into tip number 2, which is giving people a reason to watch to the end. A big way to do this is in how you script your video. There's a lot of really key moments and opportunities throughout your video where you find, my viewer might get bored at this point, or they might click off at that area, or they just might lose interest naturally as they progress throughout watching this video. So what are some clever ways that I can script this video to make it really engaging for my viewer? Whether that's adding in a lot of supporting visuals, whether that's, you know, coming up with something really quirky or funny or clever to say that really gets into your audience's mind and really understands what they might be thinking and how they might be feeling in that moment of the video, and kind of like playing on that or calling that out. A great example of that is this example here that I'm about to show you from my friend Shelby K. Reader, where she was talking about the top digital products that you've never heard of or that you should try if you want to make digital products for your business this year. And she did a really clever thing where I'm just gonna show you.
Next up is courses. And before you click off this video, because you've already heard this before, hear me out.
Okay, so when it got to one suggestion in particular, when it seemed like something like really generic or that a lot of people that have suggested it in the past, Shelby kind of got into her viewer's head and was like, this is what my viewer is probably gonna think, and they're probably gonna click off the video when they hear that. So Shelby knew to insert some really clever scripting in there and kind of be a little bit cheeky by being like, before you click off this video, hear me out. And that kind of like, just like stops and grabs your attention. And if you were thinking about doing that, you're like, oh, I'm gonna stay now. I wanna hear what she has to say. I wanna hear how she's taking this really popular idea or this really, you know, popularly suggested tip and making it different. So if you can think of really fun and clever ways to do that throughout your video, that's a really great way to keep your viewer engaged further and further, and hopefully until the end. Another way that you can help to keep people engaged throughout the video is to either plug a relevant video or a playlist that you did in the past that sort of pertains to the topic that you're chatting about right now. So for example, I'm talking about how to get people to watch your videos all the way to the end. And if you want to watch more videos about that subject to learn how to create more engaging content, how to really grow your YouTube channel and learn how to read your stats, leverage your analytics, experiment with your content, and see what's performing best, all of the things, make sure you check out this playlist, which teaches you how to grow your YouTube channel from start to infinity. It's an evergreen process. The growth never stops. The learning never stops. Like, there's infinite amount of things to learn about growing a YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more about how to grow your YouTube channel, how to reach your goals this year, then make sure you check out that playlist. You are not going to want to miss out on this in-depth guide on how to grow your YouTube channel. And another great way to keep people really engaged throughout the video is kind of like do a little bit of a temperature check throughout the video. Ask them if this is really helpful. Make sure you leave a comment down below letting me know so that I can do more videos on this topic. or if as you're sort of talking about a certain topic, another topic sort of pops up in your head. So for example, right now we're talking a lot about how to script a YouTube video and what makes for really great scripting, but I'm not really telling you how to script a YouTube video. So if you want to learn my top tips for how to script and outline your YouTube videos, leave a comment down below letting me know. I would love to make a video diving deeper into this topic and teaching you how to write really engaging scripts to help keep your viewers watching to the end of your YouTube videos. And if you're a little bit newer to YouTube and scripting really isn't your strong suit, another thing you can really fall back on to help keep your viewers engaged is by adding a lot of dynamic visuals. So adding a lot of photo and video examples, drawing up little graphics or illustrations, using some like motion graphics templates to sort of add titles and text and points, supporting points and things like that. All of this can really help to keep your viewer engaged. And while video and visual effects is half of it, the other half in helping keeping your viewer engaged is the audio to your video. So you're gonna wanna make sure that your audio is really crisp, clean and clear, and that you're using any supporting sound effects with the visuals that you are putting up on the screen to help sort of alert your viewer and just sort of keep them engaged in the content that is being presented on the screen. And this kind of segues into my final tip, which is tip number 3, getting the technical basics right. Now, the technical basics are comprised of these 3 things: your lighting, your audio, and your video. All of these components are key to creating a video that is professional, polished, and engaging. This can really make or break your viewer's experience, and it's also really important to note that you don't need the most expensive, fanciest equipment or the most high production studio to make really high quality content. You just need to know a few basics, and really, as long as you can apply the technical basics properly, you can really use almost anything. Like even your phone would do. Like even if you have your phone, but you don't even have a supporting microphone, if you set it up properly, you can then bring that into post-production and kind of enhance it a little bit, clean it up a little bit, make it sound a little better. But ultimately, how you set up your environment, no matter what you have, can really make or break your video. You don't need fancy equipment to make a high quality video. You could have the most fanciest equipment ever and your video sucks because you don't know how to set up the settings on your camera, you don't know how to hook up or turn on the microphone, you have like your refrigerator, your air conditioning running in the background, so there's like a super annoying buzz, you're in like a really big room, so it's like super echoey and annoying, and your video is like really blown out and like ugly looking. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. It's not about the price of the equipment, it's about the knowledge that you have on how to operate that equipment that's really going to make or break the quality of your video. A couple of really quick tips that I have for this when it comes to ensuring that you are getting those technical basics right is to make sure that you're filming in an area that is really well lit. So for example, I'm filming right by a window. There's a big window right behind the camera. That just helps to add some nice soft lighting to my face. I'm not using any additional lighting. I have like a salt lamp turned on in the background of this video. I think it's on this side, yeah. I have a salt lamp turned on the back side of this video to add a little bit of ambiance because it's a little bit of a cloudy day today, so the background behind me was a little bit dark, so I wanted to add a little bit of warmth there by turning the salt lamp on, but I didn't want to add any extra light onto me because I'm already very well lit with this beautiful window lighting. And because it's a nice cloudy overcast day, the light is really diffused and it looks really soft on my skin. It's not super harsh, it's not super sunny, it's just really nice, soft, pretty lighting that helps to make me look good. That's really what it comes down to. You can see me, I look good. There's no graininess in the video, just a whole 100% goodness. And the next thing is you're gonna wanna make sure that when it comes to your audio, that you are turning off anything that makes noise before you start recording. So for me, I have a cat water fountain next to the camera that usually remains plugged in at all times, but when I'm filming my YouTube videos, I unplug it because it makes a really distracting waterfall noise. And if I kept that plugged in, I couldn't really cut that out in post. and I don't really want to try. So I just eliminate any auditory distractions that may show up on the microphone as I'm recording the video. Another really popular one is the bathroom fan. If you have a bathroom fan that's on, if you have any extra lights, they might be creating like a really low buzz that you're not aware of. So it's really important to turn off any lights that you're not using, turn off the bathroom fan, any fans in general, air conditioner, waterfalls, you name it, turn it off. And my last tip when it comes to getting the technical basics right is make sure that you are setting up your camera properly. And if you're using your phone, it's really simple because you kind of can just tap the face and it kind of brings the face into focus and it kind of automatically adjusts the lighting to make things look really nice. But you're gonna wanna make sure that your video quality is properly exposed and that it's not too bright and it's not too dark. I'm gonna insert 2 examples here so that you can see what it looks like when your video is overexposed, underexposed, and what a properly exposed video should look like. So those are just my bare bone basic tips for helping you sort of get those technical basics right and have a high quality video no matter what you're shooting with. But if you want me to go more in detail about this in a future video, please leave it in a comment down below. I am a videographer and photographer by trade. I've been video editing since I was 13 years old, so it's been well over 10 years since I have been using cameras and shooting video and editing video and all of that jazz. So I have a lot of experience in this area. So if you want to learn more about how to shoot high quality YouTube videos, just leave a comment down below. I love nerding out on that stuff, so I would be more than happy to make that video for you. Alright folks, that is all I have for you today. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a future upload. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know either if this video is helpful for you. I feel like I've asked that like a million times already. But leave a comment down below letting me know what your secret sauce is or your top tip is for keeping your viewers engaged all the way to the end to your video, because we could literally go on forever, but we don't have that much time. And I would love for us to all sort of collaborate and throw out our tips together and help each other and learn all the things. I don't know how else to say that. I feel like my brain is like fried at this point. I've been filming way too long. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and I will see you soon. Bye.